Good evening, viewers at home, and welcome to Who Wants a Highway? Here's your host, the father of the freeway himself, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Our two contestants are big cities, one quite a bit bigger than the other, with a real drive for driving. One is Car City, USA, and the other drills the oil that keeps our gas tanks full. Today we're here to find out why they have both got big dreams for modern highways.
During the 1950s and 60s, at least 17,000 Detroit residents, most of them inner-city urban poor, were displaced by expressway construction. It closed in 1981. Formerly empty landscapes were transformed. Franchises flourished because as Americans drove further distances, predictable experiences and convenience were attractive. If you didn't want to stop but had to, at least you knew what you were getting and where you could park. Social climate. That climate did not welcome all travelers equally.
Before anything or anyone existed, there was a point. For reasons unknown, 13.7 billion years ago, the point exploded with a bang. Tiny bits and pieces of energy called particles flew around and bumped into each other, clumping together to form small building blocks called atoms. Then those atoms clumped together to form giant clouds. In certain parts of these clouds, the atoms clumped together so tightly that they began to shine by their own light, and the first stars were born. But they didn't live forever. Whenever a star died, it exploded, and its atoms scattered in all directions. Eventually, given enough time, the fragments of old stars came together to form new ones, and the cycle continued. After a while, stars formed in huge clusters of billions of stars called galaxies. Galaxies decorated the darkness as ribbons of light, and the universe began to bloom. Whenever a star was born, the leftover dust and rock swirled around it in a disk, coalescing into planets and moons and asteroids and comets. 4.5 billion years ago, our planet, Earth, was formed. And a billion years after that, the first life forms appeared. Over the next few billions of years, all sorts of creatures evolved. And just 200,000 years ago, the first human beings began to roam the Earth. Pretty soon the Earth was filled with humans.
One day, the winds brought a spaceship of strangers. The invaders of Tin moved quickly. They spoke in electric ciphers and explained little about where they came from or what they planned to do. They were not malevolent. But they were hungry. The oat people were hungry too.